Gaffer, final pre-season out of the way. What did you make of it here at Altrincham?
It was a good test because Alti are a good team. We've played here before. Had a good season last season. Nearly got into the Football League, so we knew what it was going to be, and we wanted to get more minutes into players that didn't get as many against Sunderland. So we're using the whole pre-season programme to get as many minutes into as many players as possible, prior to the big kick-off next week. So you could see that a little bit of rustiness in a couple of players, but we have to go through these things to prepare ourselves for the start of the season. So probably not as sharp as we were the other night, but I thought we grew into the game better. In the second half we were on top, but we just couldn't find that goal.
Does that fit into what we've been trying to do a lot during pre-season generally, particularly in the early stages, giving the players a lot of training, a lot of load going into games, knowing that during the 50-game season it's going to be like that, where they're going into games tired and rusty a little bit at times. This game today, another test against, like you say, a team who nearly come up to League Two last season. We've had a variety of different tests throughout pre-season.
Yeah, but look, we haven't overtrained this week. We haven't loaded them up. It was just about the match minutes. Lads probably got about 6 or 7 that have gone beyond what they'd already done in pre-season, and I think we got maybe another couple, maybe 3, another 90 minutes, or their first 90 minutes, which is important before next week. So we wanted to look after a couple of players that did 90 minutes on Tuesday, as in Sars and Richie, and just gradually build up those lads like Brad, Aidan, Pato, who's come back from a long layoff, and just gradually do it in a, I don't want to say safe, but an educated way. But we still need to push the boundaries with them, to get them up to speed. But Aidan, he's gone from 30 to 60 to 90, I think, something like that. So they'll all feel the benefit for it next week. So it's it was one of those games where you get it just before the start of the season, where you probably maybe a couple players thinking don't get hurt, ready for next week. I've seen that happen before, but there's still players that are fighting to be in the team next week as well, and beyond that. So, but the players put the shift in. They worked exceptionally hard, and the miles they've got in their legs today will stand them in good stead.
Looking back on pre-season, today's game, the rest of the games, the Austria camp, the training in general, how do you assess it? Are you pleased with the work that we've managed to get done in this period?
Yeah, 100%. I think it's down to the players. I told them at the end of last season the work will be dictated by them and their attitude and their effort towards it, and I can't have a go at them at all, because apart from 45 minutes in a game right at the start of pre-season, the lads have attacked it and approached it in the right way all the way through. So we will see the benefits of that throughout the season. Like I said last week, it's not about preparing to win a game in pre-season, it's about winning games consistently over 10 months. And the work we do now is, it's only the base. The work will continue both physically and tactically for the players, but obviously the players are in a sharper position now, and so I think we go into next week with the right amount of minutes into probably 14-15 players. You never get 20 players all with the same match minutes, certainly when there's a couple just missed out on a couple of games through injury. But up to now, right now, we had, I think, apart from Callum Johnson, every other player available for today's squad. So, considering how they've worked, that's a great benefit to us.
A week today, season gets underway at MK Dons. What do the next 7 days look like as we prepare for that opening game? Yeah,
they'll be off tomorrow to recover and regenerate for next week, and we'll be in all week. It'll be the first week we have just a normal basic week with no midweek game and a full training week. Obviously we travel down on Friday as we would normally do for a long journey, and make sure we're best prepared for that, and the games that come after that. It's we want to get off to a positive start. It's a really tough test against one of the favoured clubs away from home, but if we want to be successful, we have to go up against everybody and hold our own. So that's the target for us all. But the lads will do the right things over the weekend, be ready to work hard on Monday, and be in the best shape possible to overcome any challenges we will face in the next 50 games.